Welcome back to Studio One Vintage Guitars, New Zealand's home of vintage guitars. And today we have a showcase of D-18s. We have a 1937 D-18 and we have four 1937 authentic D-18s. So we have the real deal and we have some recreations from the last 20 years. D-18s are a cornerstone of American guitar. They have a mahogany back and sides, which is probably their key characteristic. This particular guitar has an Adirondack top, but essentially these guitars are a dreadnought, Adirondack top, so you have a nice clear sound, mahogany, so you have this nice punchy compressed sound, and you have a tone that really lends itself towards bluegrass playing, to playing with the pick. I say mahogany has this kind of compression to it. Mahogany seems to absorb the sound and really push it that way compared to rosewood. Rosewood, a D-28, rosewood back and sides. The guitar really breathes everywhere, the sound comes off it everywhere. But a D-18 comes off everywhere as well, but more of it goes out forward. So that's the real deal. Let's just start looking at your authentic models. So the authentic started being made in the mid 2000s, so 2005, 2006. This was kind of on the heels of the Marquise. So Martin in the early 2000s started making these recreations of old guitars that essentially meant going back to the actual instruments from the 30s, copying them as closely as they could, and then recreating them. So the interesting thing is that the authentics are almost as good as the originals. So this number here is 116, so this is an earlier model. I think this is a 2006 or 7. So the first kind of 3-4 years they say is the best of that run. My guess is going to be is at the very start when they only make a small run is they have their best builders, and as they get down the years they expand the amount of builders. I know one of the guys that worked on these guitars, his name's Richard Starkey, not the guy from the Beatles, and he told me that these guitars have been made by him and his friends who are all the old school guys, the old school pickers of America. And I know that he has one of these 2006 models. So, they're very sought after. So let's just kind of look at the difference between these ones. So this was a number 116. What do we have? What number is this? This one is 124, so this is probably 2009 or 2010. Beautiful open sound as well. Probably the main difference between this one and that one. Oh, they're very similar. They're very similar. Big wide grain Adirondack top. We have solid bridge pins, which is essential for a great acoustic guitar. What Richard Starkey, the Martin technician, explained to me was the solid bridge pins force the ball end of the string more up against the plate, the bridge plate underneath the guitar. So you're kind of, the string is getting pulled up, but it's getting locked underneath, not getting pulled up. If it was a slotted headstock, it would kind of get pulled up into the hole a little bit. But in this case, because it's unslotted, the ball end's sitting just here, and this is the bridge plate, and just seems to create a little bit more tension on the top itself. Alright, what other ones we got here? I'm just trying to be very careful of all the bits and pieces we've got lying around. This is number 121. So we've been doing kind of our own tests amongst the four authentics. This has been our favourite so far, number 121. 121 and 116 are very close. It's just, you could probably say that this one has been played just a little bit more. So before we even get to how much it's been played, it's a great guitar. It's been built as the originals were. But then once they get played a little bit, then that's when they really start to sing a little bit more, sound more open. The top starts to vibrate. When I was talking about that compression sound, if you listen to that G, now I'm going to really dig into the low end of that G. So the guitar really absorbs that and sends it that way. Alright, and then this last one is an outlier, as in it's been out of the group. We've had these three authentics together for a while. This one has come to us just recently, and this is 155. So this is a mid-teens. So it's a 2010. Thanks, fellas. Alright, so I'll play a little bit on this one. Playing finger picking in these guitars really haven't been built for that, but I'll put some old Hank chords through it. Finish off with the original real deal. So if you can compare that last C to this C, this guitar is very vibrant because the top is brand new, relatively. This guitar is much more rounded. The whole guitar is used to vibrating. So, if you want to come down and try out all these authentics and have a look at this 37 and see what you think, come on down to Studio One Vintage. If you've got any questions, just reach out to us. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. And my name's Nick Brightwell. Have a good day.